you insulate it where it says solenoid. Can we just isolate that?
Mm-hmm. We can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Now you have this crazy thing, which is like you have a cathode ray tube at A, let's imagine, and you shoot it through a double slit, and you want to know whether or not there's current flowing in this insulated thing that you can't see. Now you think that the insulation is going to keep you from being able to tell whether there's current flowing. It turns out that the interference pattern changes whether there's current, even though there's no E and B fields outside of that insulated structure. And that proves that it cannot be the electromagnetic field strength that actually determines electromagnetic phenomena. What's really going on, can we call up the electromagnetic 4 potential? So one of the things is if you want to hang with the cool kids on any of this stuff, you don't try to map the electromagnetic fields because it's the electromagnetic 4 potential that's got it going on.
Look at that thing. That looks cool.
I'm looking for something that looks like A equals and then 4 components. Well, let's hit that thing, what you just had. That's good. That A, where you see partial derivative of A, that thing is called the gauge potential. And the gauge potential...
It's the force potential.
The gauge potential is really where the electromagnetism is happening. This thing over here on the right, the Faraday tensor, is a consequence of the real star of the show. A is the thing that matters. And we thought that A was a convenience product that constructed the electromagnetic field strength until the late 1950s. I think one of these guys who developed this, his name is Yakir Aronoff, who's at Chapman University. I think he's still alive. So in other words, we fooled ourselves into thinking we understood electromagnetism until the late 1950s, which is one of the reasons that you listen to your heterodox colleagues as opposed to making fun of them mercilessly, because you're not nearly as smart as you think you are. Now, most of the time, what Neil says is, oh yes, 1 in 10,000 heterodox people have a point. And Neil bets on the 9,999 who don't. And so he doesn't listen. This thing here is a proof that you can find elementary omissions very late in the game that change everything. And everybody who pretends that peer review works and that we've known this since antiquity, all this stuff, they need to understand the exceptions we've already found. If Terrence wants to do good, he would take that A with the new at the beginning, and he would say, okay, electromagnetism isn't about the electric and magnetic fields. It's about 4 of these suckers rather than 6 of those.
On a simple